it is not easy or common to see one food that feeds you, that is feeding your cells, and at the same time cleansing you, detoxing you. There is not much food that does that. They can feed your cells, but they won't help you to clean or detox. I know a food that does these two uncommon things for one food to do. And that food is the moringa leaves. Yes, the moringa leaves had been in existence for so many years. But a few years back, it was like it was just discovered. A lot of us just got to know of its numerous health benefits, both in terms of iron, calcium, much more than milk, and so many things, exciting things we got to know about the moringa leaves. But honestly, lately, it appeared that some of those excitements seem to be dying down. And in this very video, I want to also share with you a few of the reasons why I guess that is beginning to happen now. And I will also share with us the good size of this wonder miracle tree or miracle leaf, as some people may call it, and why you should occasionally go for it. Now, the moringa leaves is a nutrient-dense food which we are made to understand contains over 300 nutrients or more. And that's much. When you compare to other foods, it is hard to find a food like that. So dense in nutrition. Just one, small tiny leaves. And then you will also agree with me that for someone who is, ailing in health and who needs most of these nutrients, it's a good one. It has been said to have helped a lot of ailing patients and people, quickly recover, because it has almost all the nutrients, including the 20 amino acids and even more that's expected for your body to fully utilize the food you are eating. It's one of the rare veggies that contains all these amino acids, which you cannot find easily in plants. In plant-based foods and proteins. But it happens to be one of them. Comprising vitamin C, calcium, iron, and just name it. You can find it in this food. The moringa leaves is a blood thickener, sorry. The moringa leaves a blood thickener. And you guess what? That number of nutrients cannot but thicken the blood when it gets there. Over 300 nutrients. It's dense. And so a lot of people who are very ill benefits by including the moringa leaves, either taking it as tea. Yes, you can take it as tea, dried leaves, which is said to even be more dense compared to the fresh leaves. Some people make soup with it. Talking of the moringa leaves. Now, over time, as people began to enjoy these leaves of moringa, which we were so excited about a few years back, they began to also see the ugly side of it. It benefits those with diabetes. It's great for managing almost all the ailments because it's plant-based. It's also low in calorie. But then, it's a blood thickener. For those who are managing stomach ulcers, blood thickeners are good. It's naturally caffeine-free. For those who are ailing in their health, avoiding a lot of foods, you're not eating this, you're not eating that. If you can just have a drink of the moringa tea, you may be good to go for the whole day. And so, those people will benefit from the moringa leaves. But if you continue taking the moringa leaves either as tea or using it as a vegetable in your soups, in your stews, or whichever, over time the blood begins to thicken, and for the older adult that could cause symptoms like an elevated blood pressure. And I think this may be one of the reasons, unknown to many, that began to scare them. And because they are scared of those symptoms of high blood pressure coming back, they run away completely, far away, and they never want to have anything to do with the moringa leaves again. Those who are going through insomnia, not being able to sleep, if you are going through that challenge, I will suggest you go get the moringa leaves, either taking as tea or add it to your meals, your soup, your stews in moderation. You will surely notice the difference. Those people who are experiencing toxic overload, I mean heavy toxic overload, can stay off the animal protein and add moringa leaves to help the completeness of the amino acids that we talk about, and then at the same time allow the detox take place. This is something I've experienced. It's not it shouldn't be a regular food, an everyday food. I do not suggest you make it an everyday feature. Don't feature it every day. If you're an older adult, that's my suggestion, because this is where you won't like the feeling. I have also experienced that ugly side of the moringa leaves. Even your tooth begin to feel some uncomfortable symptoms around your body because the nutrients are too much, over 300. And so you begin to wonder, what will the body be doing with all of this? Some of them are not needed in large amounts. Some of them are just needed very minute amount. And so by the time we start consuming the moringa leaves in large amounts on a daily basis, because we heard it's nutrient dense, it's high in calcium, this, you know, the way we behave, everybody began to rush. And those minute nutrients that is not needed in large amounts in our body began to increase. Yes, that's what I think happened. And so it began to increase in the amount, and that began to show off some of the ugly sides. Remember, I said earlier that there is no food, doesn't matter how healthy it is, that when taken in excess will not show off an ugly side. Whether it's healthy food or it's not healthy, natural food or whichever, they all have one ugly symptom to show off when in excess. And moringa leaves is one of such foods. I experienced it before, but whenever you are experiencing chronic insomnia, it's one of the food that helps. I've tested this before, especially for older adults who are avoiding a lot of foods. It's good to occasionally include it in your food to have a balance of nutrients, since we don't eat much. Include it, but once in a while you stay off. That's the best way to enjoy this nutrient dense food. You just stay off and allow your body to, to work with this dense nutrition that you already provided, without calorie, without salt, without oil, without fat, without cholesterol. That's the beauty of it. And so you don't have to, because of those ugly symptoms you experience, probably because you began to consume it on a daily basis, because of the beautiful and wonderful things you heard about moringa leaves, and then when the ugly side came up, you dropped it. I mean, like indefinitely. That's not right. Occasionally, go back and get your moringa leaves. Many of us did just that. We dropped it when we discovered that this is how it is. And then, once in a while, after a few months of staying off it, go back, enjoy your moringa leaf as tea or in your soup, in your stews. Just, you can dry the powder yourself, or you get the already ground moringa leaf powder to enrich your meals. All those minerals that we are missing out, especially those that are managing one element or the other. A lot of minerals and nutrients that we miss out, avoiding this, avoiding that. Sometimes we don't get the complete amino acids that are needed in our food. So we begin to suffer lack of sleep, insufficient sleep, and insomnia, all kinds of sleep problems. This is one of the rare foods that can help us resolve issues like that. And guess what? It's not even expensive. You can find it all over the place. Mother Nature has made it. It's not even a vegetable you can go to the market like you see the leafy greens about. It's not so easy to just get it. At about that time, people were selling it. But before you know it, everything has shrunk rather. And then it doesn't look appealing to the eyes anymore, except the dried ground version. And that's one of the best ways I like to store and keep it. And once in a while, I start adding it to my meal, and after adding it for a while, I withdraw. That's the way to enjoy this miracle food, this wonderful nutrient-dense food that is not only able to feed yourselves, but can also help your body detox. Help your body throw out the waste. You don't have to be missing out on it. And so, don't forget, food is our medicine here, but moderation remains our rule. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, because I shall be coming your way with more tips to help you stay healthy naturally. Thanks for watching.